Hi Jennifer, I just got your email requesting chapter 4 to be open. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Maybe you mean week 4, which hasn't been posted yet, but as I can see it, you are not caught up on previous homeworks, which I said I would extend and you did not complete. I have given you an additional extension, but you are very behind and you need to complete the previous homeworks before moving on. So if you go to grades in this tab right here and scroll down, you can see your score for each of the homeworks. And for homework 1, you have an 18%, and for 2, a 12%, for 3, 7%, and you took Logic Quiz 1, which you only got an 8% on. So you are currently failing the course, and in my honest opinion, it is unlikely that you will pass the class unless you go back and complete all of the homework in order and take the logic retake quiz and improve on future quizzes. This will be pretty time consuming because if you actually do the homework, it can take a while and you are quite behind. Let me show you what you would have to do to catch up. Go to the modules page and go back through week 1. I have re-extended the deadlines for completing homework 1 to next Friday, the 12th. So as you can see, I have check marks here because I completed the homework as a test student. Yours will be circles if they haven't been completed. Now, the only things that must be completed as part of your homework are the things with rocket ships and that say homework as part of their title. Anything that has a rocket ship is a part of the homework you have to complete for the week. The other things, it doesn't matter to your grade whether you mark them off or not. This is for your own personal ability to keep track of things you've already done. So let's say that you are going to go back and redo arguments 1. So you did, this is the one thing that you completed before, and you used all 3 attempts quickly and got a low score. I gave you an extra attempt if you want to try it again. But you would start with the material, and then you have the option to click it, mark as done, which is what checks it off of the checklist on that previous page. And then there's the materials for studying it, and then when you're done using the materials or at the same time, you can retake your homework for this. When you're done with the homework and you navigate to next, it will bring you to the next thing to do. When you're clicking next at the bottom of these pages, what you're essentially doing is navigating through the module on the modules page. So for Unit 1 Understanding Arguments, there's a module, then a homework, another module, and then a homework. And then for Unit 2 Evaluating Arguments, there's a module, a homework, a module, and a homework. If you look at the home page, this is essentially the textbook for the class, and each of these is, so this is Unit 1, and these are the modules that you're getting linked to from that other page. Here's all the stuff for Unit 2. That's what you're being linked to, so you can go directly to various resources, or you can just go through the module in order, making sure you complete everything that has a rocket ship. When you complete the homework and submit it, you will see solutions with explanations. Completing the homework is supposed to be part of learning the material. So you have completed homework 1A, but you have a low score, and I gave you another chance at that. You also completed, you took one of your attempts at homework 1B, but you have 2 more, and you got a very low score on this as well. You did not attempt homework 1C, 1D, and then in week 2, so if you notice 1D is on translations, week 2, there are 2 more homeworks on translations. This is the material that was covered on Logic Quiz 1, everything in Unit 2. So homework 1C, 1D, 2A, and 2B. So complete those homeworks and then retake Logic Quiz 1, which I also extended. So if you go down to the Logic Quiz 1 module, You already took Logic Quiz 1 and you got 4 points on it. I recommend retaking it after you've completed the homework that's associated with this, everything in Unit 2. I extended the deadline for the homeworks and I extended the deadline for this to next Friday, but you should ideally move through this material as quick as possible, because if you're only up to this by Friday, you're still behind. So once you have completed this and taken the retake for Logic Quiz 1, keep moving through the unit in order and doing everything with a rocket ship. The one thing you completed was this, which you just submitted blank and got full credit for, so it might be worth, I hope maybe you at least looked at the solutions for this because it might be relevant, but this is the actual homework associated with the biases and fallacies material. Then move into week 3 and go through it in order. Now, because you're behind, so normally on the home page, it tells you what to do for the week, and this will only be current to the week we're in. But when you go to the module up in the resources, there'll be a welcome video that gives you a quick overview of the material for the week and what you should do and what you should focus on. So in week 2, there's a welcome to week 2 video. And in week 3, the welcome to week 3 video is here. So that information is still there for you. Okay. Again, in the grades section, you should try to improve the scores for each of the homeworks, and you can see which things are associated with which homework because they're all labeled. Homework 1A is part of 1, 1B, 1. And when you get to 2A, that's part of homework 2, so they're labeled accordingly. And again, on the home page, you can also see what material we're covering each week. So for week 1, we covered material in units 1, 2, and 4, and for week 2, 1, 2, and 4. We're currently in week 3, heading into week 4. Last but not least, you cannot complete late check-ins, and I won't extend the due dates for late check-ins. But you don't have to complete things in order. You should complete the check-in for the current week before its due date to just check in and say what you've been working on and how you're doing. Make sure that you do that. You can scroll right down to the check-in that's due, and it will also be in your to-do list on the home page. On the home page you'll have, mine says nothing, but yours will say, have the week check-in over here, which you could get to right from here. So be sure to do that before it's due, because I'm not doing extensions for check-ins. Okay, good luck getting caught up, and if you have questions, feel free to send me a remind message, and keep in mind that the amount of material you need to complete to catch up is quite a lot, so you'll need to set aside a good deal of time for this. And it really is important to complete the earlier material because all of this material is building upon earlier stuff. And if you didn't learn the earlier stuff, you'll have no chance at the later stuff. Okay, good luck.